welcome back to the Deloitte Women's Premier League show. And this week we're out and about with Tampines Rovers. As you all can see, we got the away kit behind me, but we're also joined by two very young players in the team, Pris and Nurhidayu. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for joining me. You know, Pris, I've been trying to get you on the show for a couple of weeks now, because your coach always mentions you. Nurhidayu is well known from the national team, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But before we start, maybe I'll ask you guys, how are you enjoying the break?
It's good, yeah. I mean, I definitely miss playing games because that's always fun, but a break is like, it's nice to rest a bit and have less stress of like pressure of games and everything.
So a break is good for you as well, Nurhidayu?
Yeah, it's good.
A little bit about where Tampines is at the moment. Currently 6th on the WPL table, 10 points from 12 games, 3 wins and 8 losses. Unfortunately, not the best of starts for Tampines, even though you guys started very well in the league. So maybe you can describe to me your experience, each of yours in the WPL so far.
I mean, the experience has been pretty memorable so far. The team as a whole is like one big family, so it's really nice to play, train with them and everything. So it's great. I mean, we're a bit lower than how we wanted to be placed on the table, yeah. But I mean, it's not too bad either. And it's the first time we've played, Tampines has played for WPL, and it's the first time we've really all played together as one team. So, but the experience has been really good.
Nurhidayu, for yourself, do you agree?
I mean, yeah, I totally agree because also I couldn't really participate one game, but I've been watching them from the side, and I could say that I could see all of their efforts put in, and it really when I watch from the side, I don't know, it's just it's so good to watch, and it's just how to say memorable for me as well. Although I'm not playing there, but watching it is also good for me.
A little bit about where you would like to see Tampines right now, because again, like I said, first season a little bit tough, but where do you actually want to finish at the end of the WPL?
I mean, I think right now there's still the second round and everything, so there's still quite a few games for everything to change. Personally, I think I'd want Tampines to try and get 1 or 2 higher, 4th or 5th would be good, yeah.
4th or 5th for you as well, Nurhidayu?
If you can go as high as possible, that would be great, yeah.
The league has been very competitive this season. We've had Hougang United, they also look like they are going for the title. Albirex as well, the Sailors. Just a little bit about thoughts about these teams. Which team has stood out to you in the season besides Tampines, of course, Nurhidayu?
I think for me it'll be Hougang because they really started quite strong, and we thought that, it could be like neck to neck with us, and it was very hard at first. But I think because once we played one game with them and then we kind of know how they played, we kind of stood up also as well. So they were really a good team, yeah, for me.
For yourself?
Yeah, I agree. Hougang is it was a really tough challenge, and they're a really good team. I'd also say Albirex, because they have a lot of good players, and I mean, watching them play is just really nice as well.
Yeah, Albirex, of course, they have won by very high score lines in the league. But a little bit about you guys. I'm sure that with this start for Tampines, there's been also challenges, but also opportunities for you guys. So, personally, what have been the challenges, and what would you like to personally improve on?
I mean, there's been quite a few challenges. I mean, results are always hard. Because we put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of trainings and everything, and sometimes when the results don't follow how hard we worked and how hard we tried, I guess that's a bit challenging to come back from and keep wanting to work hard and stuff. So that was definitely a challenge. But something to work on individually. I want to be able to bring more for the team and just try my best on that field and everything. Yeah.
Try your best, which is what we always say in football, right? Nurhidayu, for yourself, what would you like to
For
do?
me, my challenge is to not be able to play for the team, and also contribute to the team as well, because I'm always at the side and I was not really involved a lot. And like she said, the result was not what we expected, and I'm always like, I could do more, but I couldn't, you know. That's one
Is
of
it
the
because you're
challenges.
injured, Hidayu?
Yeah, I have ACL.
So you've already recovered, or?
No, I'm currently in rehab right now. Yeah, so couldn't really play for the season. Yeah.
What's the length of time we can expect to see you back in action again?
It should be next year by March. Yeah, it's quite a long journey.
We
Yeah.
wish you all the best in your recovery for ACL. I know ACL can be very debilitating. We do have a couple of girls we know with ACL as well, but keep the spirit up, okay, Hidayu? Okay, just want to ask a little bit about your story in football. You know, how did you both get involved in football? You know, Pris, maybe for yourself, we can start.
So my brother used to play when I was younger, so I found myself going to a lot of his games and his trainings, and he would always have like tournaments overseas. So my whole family would go and watch and support and everything. And like, I guess because I always admire him, so I fell into his patterns, and I started playing myself, and then I basically never stopped since.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from France.
You're from France, wow! So the whole family was involved in football from a young age, right?
Yeah, sadly my sister didn't want to, but my brother and I, yeah.
Cool, so do you have like a French team that you guys support?
It's quite controversial because my brother supports Lyon, which is a
Yes,
French team,
yes.
and then but my father and I support PSG.
Oh,
so
they're like right.
Yeah.
How was that like in the family? I can imagine.
it definitely gets intense during games and stuff. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's a French team against another country, then we support that French team no
Of
matter
course,
what.
and France have actually done quite well on the women's football stage as
Yeah.
well. Hidayu, for yourself, how was your story like? How did you get involved in football?
Mine is, it all started like when I was primary 3, because I have to choose a CCA to choose. So I just like, maybe I just start playing football, because my dad is a fan of football as well. So that's when I started, and then from there I really progressed as a player. Yeah, I joined JSSL when I was primary 3 as well. Yeah. Yeah, so from there I got, you know, selected, and then
So you've grown through the ranks in some way.
Yeah.
So it was always JSSL for you.
because I started with JSSL, so yeah, it was always there.
And now it's a natural progression, I guess, JSL Tampines Rovers, right, for you. And hopefully we'll see you again back in action. Okay, I want to ask you a little bit, Hidayu, since you've been called to the national team before, right? So I've seen you play as well. I just want to ask a little bit about the girls' recent time at Asian Games, and I know you've seen those results. It's 7-10, 7-0, 10-0 scorelines like this. So I'm sure that you've spoken to some of the girls, right, in the team. So I just want to ask you, like, you know, what are some of the lessons you think we can learn from those losses?
I think for me, because I noticed that like the team have made a lot of changes. Like there's also like a lot of new girls, and also there's new coach Karim as well. It's one lesson that I think we can learn is just, I feel like we still haven't born as a team yet, because we're still new, and it's okay for it. It's okay to you know, struggle a lot at the start. But for me, personally, I feel like we could you know, do more as a team together rather than you know, individually as well. So we could work on that lah. Yeah, it takes time actually. Yeah.
And yeah, we've actually improved our rankings.
Yeah,
in Singapore.
definitely,
4
yeah.
rankings, we are 4 positions, you know, than before. So I guess hopefully we can try to improve, and we can see you as well play national team. Pris, do you have harbor like intentions to play for your country one day, or?
I mean, like, yeah, it's definitely a dream and something I'd like wish to do, because that would be like insane. And I've seen like a lot of my teammates that play for Singapore and represent Singapore, and I just like, I see how like proud they are and everything, and it's definitely like a goal I would want to attain. Yeah.
But you have a French passport at the moment,
Yeah,
or?
French.
So we can't naturalize you.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to ask you a little bit about both your teammates, right? Because in every episode we ask about, you know, which teammate has inspired you, which player has inspired you. So I just want to ask personally for you, has there been any player who has stood out for you, not just in your team, but also in the other teams as well that you've played against?
For me, it would be Nani from Hougang. Because I've been playing with her for quite a long time, and she's really, her discipline is just top notch. Like, I really respect her a lot as a player and also as a person as well. She gave me a lot of like motivation talks and like advices. And then when I first got my ACL as well, she was like the first person to come and like, you know, hug me and stuff and give me like advices and all. So seeing her and seeing how like she progressed also as a player, it really inspired me a lot. to become like a better player. So yeah.
So Nani, shout out to Nani, who also was our captain recently in Asian Games. Pris, for you, anyone who stands out?
For me, it has to be Steph, so on my team.
Dominguez or Steph?
Yeah, Dominguez. Because I was quite like a young player, and so it was quite new to me, and she was always there to support me and like guide me through whatever I needed. And she's also an extremely talented player, and you could see like her hard work and dedication. That's like really inspiring. But also like her as a person, just like very down to earth, very kind, and always like looking out for everyone, which is like really inspiring.
That's nice to know. Shout out Steph, she was on the show as well, and I've seen her play as well. She's got a dedication to her that I think is nice to see. Farhana as well, to me, has stood out as well for you guys. So hopefully we'll see more from them and from you guys as well, okay? Just want to ask you guys, besides that, you mentioned Hougang, like was there a team for you that has stood out in the WPL? Albirex, you said, right?
Yeah.
But any other teams that you know you played against, maybe that you found that wow, you know, they surprised you in some way?
I think it will be actually Geylang, because like although they are like at the bottom of the team, right? I could see like each one of them really tried their best to like go for it for each game and like get a result. Like I know like we kind of like lost to them one game, and it kind of like hit us also like that. You know, although a team from the bottom can beat a team like us, it shows how hard they put in a lot of efforts in their game. So it kind of reflect on us, and like you know, we also learn a lesson from them as well. So that's why I like kind of like surprised and like respect them as well.
Alright, I just want to ask you guys about the level of support you received from your family in your quest, in your journey of football. How has it been like for you? Like, do your parents come down?
Yeah, I mean, the support I get is really good. My parents try to come down to watch all my games, and they're always there to support me whenever I have games or trainings or anything. I mean, it's always a bit difficult since I go to school as well. I have to like balance it out between making sure I still get good grades to like maintain my football. But yeah, I definitely received lots of support from my family and my friends as well.
So good, Pris. I mean, I think family support is very good and very important, especially for women in football, right? Hidayu, for yourself, I know Singapore, tough place to grow up in.
Yeah, definitely.
The pressure of doing well in school, I can imagine. So how do you juggle that, and what's the support system like been for you?
I mean, because I've been starting playing football since young, so I've received a lot of support from like my parents and my teachers and my friends as well. So like the juggling part is very hard because you know from the morning till afternoon you have to go to school, and then after you have to go training straight, and then to balance out like studies and also playing football is very hard. But I think the support that I get really helps me a lot to you know go through from the bottom to like where I am now. So yeah, the support I receive is really good. Yeah.
You know, when we interviewed some of your players and also Coach Joe earlier this season, he spoke a little bit about the mental health aspect for your team. I think you guys have someone working with you. Can you just explain like a little bit about that process, you know, for the mental health part of football? Do you think that enough is being done, Pris, maybe?
I think our like Tampines Rovers as a whole and Coach Joe and everything took a really good like route with it, because they set up this session we would have on Thursdays after training, where young players that were on the WPL team would like meet and talk about whatever we were feeling, whatever we were going through, with a different coach that wasn't Coach Joe. And that, I think personally, it was always something to look forward to, just because there was always laughs and stuff, and it was really enjoyable. But it was also like a safe place where we could talk and like have a break.
For yourself, Hidayu, do those sessions work for you as well?
Actually, it works because although I don't really go, because I always go for rehab, so I didn't really attend training, but I always go for the rehab, go for the session, and to like you know release my stress and everything, and it really helps me a lot. Yeah.
So good to know that, guys. You know, I just want to ask you all before we go a little bit about you know some advice you can give to girls who are maybe girls very young, who want to, be like you guys, play football, or even have a career consider in the future. So, Pris, do you have any advice for them?
I think personally my advice would be to like work hard and not give up, and not like listen to negativity around you, because it can be really hard and it can be really challenging to try and reach a high place in football, mainly because it's really competitive. But I think as long as you enjoy it and you do what you love and you work hard and you dedicate your time, there will always be people who have negative things to say, but that's always out of jealousy and spite, and it's never actually to do with you yourself. Yeah.
Wow, wise words, Pris. Hidayu, for yourself, any words of advice for our girls out there?
Yeah, actually it's never too late to start, and always follow your heart. Like she said, no matter what people say, the more effort you put in, the result will always pay off. So so never give up as well, and just really go for it. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. Go for it and ignore the haters. Thanks so much, Pris and Hidayu, for joining me today for the WPL. Of course, we do have a couple more games until the end of the season, so we wish you all the best with Tampines Rovers. Keep on scoring those goals. And also, try not to concede so many, I guess. I know it can be hard. So again, like I said, before we go again, we always have messages to people who mean a lot to you in your life. So maybe we can start with you, Pris, for a message for all those people out there who you want to say something to.
I guess thank you for everyone who's supporting me to get to where I am right now.
Yay! Hidayu, for yourself?
I just say thank you so much for supporting us also as well. And that your support really means a lot to us. So please continue supporting us, and we promise you that we'll give you good results.
Yeah, and all the best as well for your rehab and your recovery, Hidayu. I hope to see you next year, okay, with the national team. We'll be rooting for you. All right, it's been Tampines Rovers here in a WPL show with Deloitte, and of course, thank you so much, Deloitte, for supporting women's football in Singapore. My name is Ash from Footballita, and I'll see you guys next week.